Hey guys, this is Tiju22, and up next is the first of two Elimination Chambers. Chamber matches, excuse me. And this first one is for both the $1 Million Championship, which will go to the runner-up, and to the winner of this will be the Intercontinental Champion. So you have the newly crowned Intercontinental Champion, Sam Cooke, defending his championship, and then you have the newly crowned $1 Million Champion in Cody Rhodes, in that CM Punk chose his best friend Cody Rhodes to be the new $1 Million Champion, and the other four challengers are Rick Astley and Mr. Rogers of the Zoot Suits, William Regal, the fifth man to the left, and on the far right is Kane. So, and of course 2 men start, and then every couple of and every few minutes another competitor enters the ring, and the last man standing, after all others have been eliminated, will be the Intercontinental Champion, and the runner-up will be the $1 Million Champion. So, with that in mind, let's get started. So yeah, unfortunately, the United States champion and the other four of the 5 challengers he was supposed to face got stuck in air traffic. So unfortunately, they missed their plane, and the only person that made it was Sam Cooke, who is one of the 2 guys that are actually starting this thing. In fact, it's the $1 Million Champion Cody Rhodes and the Intercontinental Champion and the Intercontinental Champion Sam Cooke. Excuse me, I had a burp or something. And now Cody Rhodes gets whipped in the corner. And a whip over, and he whips him over the ropes and onto that steel floor. And who's up first? It's Kane. And we know that Kane is one dangerous individual. In fact, Cody Rhodes just finally took notice. And of course, Kane is going to be a tough competitor to beat in this kind of a match. And a clothesline to Kane. And a forearm to Cody Rhodes. And a scoop slam to Rhodes right on the steel floor. And now Kane is going right after Cooke. And who's the next? And who's going to be up next? Rick Astley. And Kane just got slingshot right into those chains, and wow, Rick Roll just went for a slingshot leg drop, but he missed. And he hit the floor really, really hard. And a back elbow to Rick Astley. And Kane is rubbing the face of Sam Cooke right onto those chains. So yeah, for Sam Cooke, he is now a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. And for Cody Rhodes, his first time on screen, he is the $1 Million Champion. But he would love to become the Intercontinental Champion, though. And he gets slingshot right back inside the ring. And another drop, or excuse me, a leg drop that missed terribly. And up next is William Regal, who is in no hurry to go to the group of guys that are in the ring, or rather on this side of the. And Kane gets sent back inside the ring. And a Russian leg sweep to and a belly-to-belly suplex to William Regal. When unfortunately, yeah, with 5 guys in there, it's going to be really tough to call this match, really. And a leg sweep to Cook. And a power slam to Cody Rhodes right onto that steel floor. And the last man to come in is Mr. Rogers. And of course, now we have both Zoot Suits in there. Oh, and a leg drop from a slingshot, but that didn't work so well. And a choke toss to Mr. Rogers right onto the steel floor. So yeah, these guys are just gonna go at it tooth and nail here. It's gonna be very difficult. Wait a minute. A slingshot to Mr. Rogers. And a skull crushing finale to Cody Rhodes by Rick Astley. And a big punch to Mr. Rogers by Sam Cooke. I mean, right now, Cook and Cody Rhodes are at a severe disadvantage. They had to start this match. And Mr. Rogers in the best position in that he entered this match last. And a slingshot to Sam Cooke and a whip into those chains goes Cody Rhodes. And uh-oh, Kane is pissed. And man, these guys are going at it. And uh-oh, wait a minute. Choke slam to Cody Rhodes. And now Kane, 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes will not be the $1 million champion anymore. He is gone. So now we're down to 5. If you're one of the if you're the Zoot Suits, you'd rather take out everybody else before going at each other. And now, Mr. Rogers. What's Mr. Rogers going to do here? Modified neckbreaker to Sam Cooke. 1, 2. No, Sam Cooke stayed in, but I don't know how, though. And another slingshot leg drop, but that did not go too well. And now, and a neckbreaker to Kane. And Mr. Rogers, bookend to Kane. And now Mr. Rogers and Sam Cooke are going to double team William Regal. And Rick Astley just collapsed onto the floor, but okay, so now all 5 men left are in the ring. And a double gut buster to Rick Astley, so apparently it is every man for himself. And a power slam to William Regal. 1, 2, 3. William Regal is eliminated, so now you have both Zoot Suits, but they're fighting each other though. You have Kane, and you have the current reigning Intercontinental Champion. And a back body drop to the champion. And a DDT to Mr. Rogers. And uh-oh, wait a minute. And a scoop slam followed by a drop kick. 1, 2, 3, and Sam Cooke has been eliminated, so he will not retain his Intercontinental Championship. So now you have the Zoot Suits against Kane. And Kane goes out to the floor. And an arm wrench to Rick Astley. Oh, and a knee lift to Rick Astley. And now wait a minute, bookend to Astley. 1, 2, 3, and Rick Astley has been eliminated. So now it's Mr. Rogers versus Kane. And of course, Kane is going to be the odds-on favorite at this point. Even though Mr. Rogers came in at number 6, Kane has got to be the favorite. He's a very big, strong man, and it takes a lot to beat him. And and wow, he missed that clothesline that sent him to the outside, and now Mr. Rogers sends him right back inside the ring. And now Mr. Rogers, okay. Oh, and a huge kick to Mr. Rogers. But Mr. Rogers fights back, though. And now, butterfly DDT right onto the steel to Kane. And Kane has been busted wide open. Kane has just been busted wide open. This could change everything, folks. I mean, Kane is one strong guy, but even he can't... Wait a minute. He's going for a sleeper hold right to Mr. Rogers. But Mr. Rogers does not fall asleep. And Rogers sends Kane right back inside the ring. But Kane is going to go right back in again. And Kane slingshots Mr. Rogers right onto the other side. And both men are back inside the ring. Okay. And a knife edge chop to Kane, followed by a kick in the back. And now Mr. Rogers is going to pick him up. Whip into the ropes, and a duck underneath that'll send him to the outside. And now, nope, reversed into a Russian leg sweep by Kane, followed by an elbow. And wait a minute, another butterfly DDT to Kane. And now he's going to pick him up. Bookend to Kane. And now he's going to pick him up. Nope. I thought for a moment... wait a minute. Facebuster knee. And an elbow to the back of the head by Kane. And a scoop slam to Mr. Rogers right onto that steel. And I'm just trying to readjust the camera here. And now Kane. Another scoop slam right to the steel floor. Okay, now he's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Kane is the new Intercontinental champion, excuse me. And well, he has the wait a minute, he's got the $1 Million championship. But then again, Kane is bleeding, so he doesn't know what championship he has. But unfortunately, I'm running short on time, so I better get going. See you for the next match.